justices. And I kept my promise, recognized Israel's capital, and opened up the American embassy in Jerusalem. I also recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights, something that nobody thought was possible. And with the Abraham Accords, I even made peace in the Middle East. So we will once again have peace through strength when we become the 47th President of the United States. It's all about peace through strength. Just this week, crooked Joe Biden raised the prospect of American troops fighting Russian troops in an all-out war. I'm the only candidate who can make this promise. You are not going to have any more wars. You don't need wars. We can solve all of these problems. And everyone knows that if we don't solve them, we'll do the same thing to them as we did to ISIS. ISIS was defeated. Nobody thought that was possible, including our wonderful television generals. 3 years ago, we had the strongest border in our history. Now we have the worst. Does anybody know the snake? Has anybody heard the snake? Should we do it or not? What the hell? We have nothing to do. Should we do it? Bannon, should we do it, the snake? So this is about the border. This is about allowing people in that you know there's going to be trouble with. And it was a song. It was an old song. It wasn't meant for this. It was meant for other things. But it's been very popular. Has anyone ever heard it? The snake. It's amazing. All right, you're going to hear it now then. A legendary piece of poetry. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. Take me in, oh tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and soon as she arrived, she found the pretty snake she'd taken in had just survived. Take me in, oh tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, cried the vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, you truly would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying, thank you, ma'am, the snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, oh tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, but why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in. That's what's happening to our country. That's what's happening to our country. We're taking in people into our country that shouldn't be in our country. Thank you very much. On my first day back in the White House, I will terminate every open border policy of Biden and the Biden administration and stop the invasion of our country. On Tuesday, we had the single highest day of illegal border crossings ever recorded. We had 12,000 in one day, many coming out of the prisons, many coming out of mental institutions all over the world. In Staten Island recently, 2 elderly World War II heroes and a Korean War veteran were thrown out of their nursing home to make room for these illegal alien migrants. They were thrown out. They were 94 years old. This is just one more reason why, upon my inauguration, we will begin the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. I will immediately restore and expand the Trump travel ban on entry from terror-plagued countries, and I will implement strong ideological screening for all immigrants. And by the way, the travel ban worked 100%. I didn't want to talk about it during my term, but I talk about it now. We didn't have one attack. We didn't have one attack. We were safe. And you know who else was safe? Israel was safe, and Ukraine was safe, and Taiwan was safe. They would have never done it. If you hate America, if you want to abolish Israel, if you want to sympathize with jihadists, then we don't want you in our country, and you are not getting in. You're not coming in. I will terminate crooked Joe Biden's electric vehicle mandate on my first day in office. We want cars that will go far. You will be allowed to buy gasoline-powered cars, hybrids, and also you'll be allowed to buy an electric car if that's what you want. You will have your choice, and you also have your choice on schools. We will have school choice also. You'll have car choice and school choice. We will not force the trucking industry to go electric when everyone knows that it is economically impossible for them to survive. Crime in our Democrat